Yeah, like I said, it's important to just know what works for you. Everybody's body shape is different. Materials are different. They fit different, shape them. So know what works for you. That's why there's like 16 different pants. Variations: straight leg, relax with straight, fall back, spring back. There's so many
You
different
guys
things.
have so many more variations of pants than we do.
Oh, y'all don't have those options?
You
Y'all only
guys
got
have
what?
like relaxed fit or slim fit, or we have like our
Slim
size and
fit.
then maybe petite and then maybe high waisted. Like we don't
Oh
have all
wow.
those options.
So
I
there's something that
wish.
men have options that the women don't have options at. And
I
that's
know.
pants. Oh wow.
Exactly. You guys have a lot of
Hey,
variations of like fits of pants.
that's good to know because there's different men body shapes. I guess women only have one shape, one size
Ha,
fit all. Damn, that's
apparently.
fucked up.
Apparently.
I know. I guess it's easier for women to squeeze into some jeans and look cute. We don't want to see men squeezing into jeans trying to,
Very
wouldn't
true.
be
You know what's
see.
crazy? I actually had that conversation with my father. I said, I feel so bad for men because men can't get away with anything. If your fucking sleeves are too short, someone will are gonna crack on you. If your fucking pants are a little too high, they're gonna crack on you. If your shirt's too tight, they're gonna crack on you. Like literally, you guys have like a thin margin of things fitting you correctly before like people are start busting jokes at you.
Listen, the struggle is real. That's why finding what works for you is important because you got to try different brands. Like I used to love Old Navy growing up, but as I became a man, I realized, there's certain I didn't like the way they fit. Certain things
Mm,
fit in there. I just didn't like, I started changing over to other things based on taste. So,
true.
but there's so many different stores out there. There's even things being created now. There's even outside of that, a hidden gem that a lot of people don't really realize. It's a thrift store, man. Like
Oh
they
my
broke it down by
gosh, yes.
size, color, brand. Sometimes depending on where you go, like you really can have a ball and like really find some
You
things that
spend
work for
like
you. Like
35 cents for a pair of pants or like $2 for a pair of shoes.
where they still got those kind of prices at, then I need to be going there. You look,
Uh-huh. If you come over to Jersey and go to the fucking what is that place called? Goodwill. If you go to Goodwill, like I got a pair of pants for like 35 cents. I'm not joking.
that's crazy. Now that's not those are bargain prices. Okay,
Yes.
those are the bargain with a big B. Those are bargain
Exactly.
prices. 35 cents in 2018 for a
Yes.
whole pair of pants. Come on, now we need to go look that up. We're gonna do a little excursion
And the flea
and go.
markets. You gotta hit the flea markets too. Those things be popping. You go to Englishtown in New Jersey. If anybody's on the East Coast and you're in the Jersey area, there's a flea market that comes every weekend, all year long except for on Christmas. It's called the Englishtown Auction, and it's full of vendors. I think it has like a couple hundred vendors. Every weekend, and it has an indoor and an outdoor, and you can get bargains, and I mean bargains on shit. Sometimes people have whole tables devoted to $1 a piece, so you have to get down there. Flea markets and Goodwills and fleece and what do you call those stores? Consignment stores are the best things ever.
Listen, that sounds like heaven right now. All of that stuff. I love finding little trinkets and things like that no one else has and things like that. That's really like up my alley. So for me, like that's really I love like thrifts and flea markets. Yeah, you can find things that no the only thing is just be cautious. Some of that stuff is broken and you don't know that and they'll sell you something that don't work.
Mhm. And they don't let you check it either. The box is like taped as if like it's fucking Fort Knox. Like it's taped up so tight to make sure you can't take a peek at it. You can't test it out. They don't have no plugs around. So you definitely are buying as is and at your own risk.
Listen, but hey, you can get some really good things, and also too, I might be a little old school, but like I'm just worried. Like think that the things, sometimes things like items carry like spirits and presents and things like that too. So it's
Mhm.
always cautious to be cautious when buying your kids toys and things from places like that
Yep.
because you just never know. You never know. Like sometimes, you've seen a lot of movies. We all watch movies, and sometimes there's things that pass on people got to get rid of to get the curse out their family and out their life, and now
Yep.
go to a flea market and sell some random ass shit and now you got
Mhm.
all this boo 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 following your ass, and you don't
Yep.
know where it came
You
from.
can
You done
never
bought
know.
that little dancing jewelry box, and now there's some stuff going on in there. So
Right? I
you know,
believe in that shit too. Like there's spirits and things like that can attach to things. Like for all you know, you're going home with somebody's great great grandmother. You never know. You fucking never know why someone gave up that item. So be cautious.
yeah,
Beware.
right. Be cautious. Like that was another thing too. Growing up, I was always worried about like getting dead people's clothes. Like I love
Mm,
like hand me downs, but I just wasn't fond of that. Like I don't know, I wasn't fond of that. So as long as I know where they came from, I'm cool.
I'm okay with dead
Don't
people clothes as long as they were clean.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We
As
definitely
long as
want
they
them to
were
be clean.
clean. I don't mind.
Definitely want to be clean. And also too, going back to the anxiety, I think that there's a lot of things that go on based on your interests. Summertime, they want to be out and about and doing things, but also too, that tends to bring about a different kind of personality. The heat brings off,
Mhm.
especially living in public areas and it's crowded. Oh, the anxiety
Yep.
of being on public transportation and the AC don't work and people being
Yep.
rude and arguing. That's a whole other
People
power
are
going
more
out.
cranky when it's hot out too, and I feel like that comes along with a lot. People don't understand how uncomfortable being hot is, but me. Like people are so happy to be hot when you're out on the beach or you have all these plans or you're at some kind of fucking boat party or a day party or dumb shit like that, but they don't realize
Right.
once you're not doing anything it's fucking uncomfortable. Like people don't like to
Yes.
not be around the air conditioner. People don't like to be under the blankets. People don't like putting socks on when it's hot because it's uncomfortable. And that's why I cannot stand the heat.
I mean, when in the heat, it's all you take clothes off. In the winters, you can put more on, so it's
But
harder.
think
Like you
about
can't
it.
take it all off.
Troy, think
You can't
about it.
walk around naked.
It's so much easier to get cold in the to get cold. I mean, sorry, to get warm in the winter when you're cold than it is to keep cool in the summertime. Because like, say if you go on the pool and it's fucking 98 degrees outside and you're all nice and cool when you're in the pool, you're having a good time, you're getting all fucking pruny. It's time to get out. As soon as you get out, you're fucking hot again. In the wintertime, all you gotta do is put a couple layers on and you are toasty. You are cruising for the rest of the day. I'm just saying. I'm trying to sell it to people.
No, I mean, I totally agree. When it comes to like being able to, in the wintertime, you can always bundle up. In the summertime, you can't get naked. You can't walk around with your nuts
Yes,
hanging
the
out. Like,
most you can get is naked.
but you can't because you'll go to jail for indecency exposure. You can't walk around naked.
Exactly.
So in the wintertime, you can just keep putting more on. You can just layer up. So that's the good thing. Like in the winter, that you can layer up. In the summer, you can just you can do. You got to be covered up. You got to have some clothes on. Um, but also too, when it comes to going places and doing things, it's just like that's the whole of the situation. Because if you're one of those people that because social media got you socialist and you chill by yourself for the most part in your house on your phone, summertime comes,
Hmm.
everybody's out and about. What you gonna do?
You don't know how to be around people. You don't know how to function in that way anymore because you're stuck behind a screen, aka me. Because
Boom! Come on,
in the
talk to it.
summertime, I am the
Come
least
on.
social person possible.
Why? Because you're not out because it's hot, or just because you're so used to
Because it's
being
hot.
inside?
No, I fucking love people, but I love them more when it's cold outside. To be totally honest with you, I think people are so much. I think just life in general is so much more pleasant when it's not hot. But then, like, I love going to cookouts that start in the evening. I am the most bubbly person who goes to a cookout when like mad fucking late because the sun goes down. I am the life of the fucking party.
Just don't invite me while the sun is out. It's too hot.
Exactly.
Listen, I don't like being out in the sun. If I'm not in the pool, I'm not in the water somewhere, or like going where I have to go and come back, call me out. I don't like to just be out like sitting around in the sun. Like who wants to like burning up, roasting? No, I don't
Right.
like it either. So I totally understand. And also too, not only on top of that, so yeah, the weight and like summertime's coming. Ooh, ooh. What am I
Mhm.
gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. And on top of that, I also feel like under all of this umbrella is it tends to be the shopping that takes place. And the reason why I
Mhm.
say that because people are more out and about doing things versus being inside. There are more people trying new things when it comes to like, having their own businesses. So there's
Mhm.
more things going on in the summertime. People out and about. So people are trying to sell new products or new
Yep.
promotions and all these. So that's when all this new stuff comes out and you can try new things. And that's when I think it's best to really step outside the box. There's new things created for a reason. New types of food, new hairstyles, new clothing, like new fashion trends. Like things happen for a reason. Don't be afraid to try something new. Try something you never,
Yeah.
had before. I lived in Australia for 3 months and ate kangaroo once. Hey, I did it. Can't tell me I didn't. I did it. That's all.
I can. I'll eat anything. I always say this, and my husband's like, please don't say that out loud. I will do anything once, so I will eat anything. I will literally try anything one time to see if I like it. So I'm so up for kangaroo.
Damn, I'm that type of person too. That's why I had it. Like, how do you come all this way? But it's kind of weird. But it's like eating the kangaroo and then you walking, going a little bit further out, and you'll just see kangaroos. So it's like, damn, like these kangaroos they're eating in a restaurant. It's just like right here. It's like saying It's like going to a restaurant ordering a dog. Let me get that. Let me get Shih Tzu steak. And then like there's a Shih Tzu outside.
I'm not gonna eat no dogs because I think they're adorable. I am a dog person. I refuse to eat something I would keep as a pet. So that means no dogs, no rabbits, no piggies, but everything else is on the table.
Everything else. If I can't have you in my house in my backyard, then you're getting eaten. Now, hey, listen, I'm the type of meat eater that I'd rather have a piece of meat and bread on, and that's it. It's gonna be a piece of meat, a piece of bread.
I worry about you.
My life is solved. I don't need none of that other stuff. No vegetables, no rice,
like
none of that.
Healthy stuff, like
none
vegetables.
Of that. Nope. Just I can do fruits. I'll take that. I definitely like fruits.
So that matters.
Huh?
What kind of fruits? It matters what kind of fruits.
You're gonna say I probably one of the ones that have the most sugar in it, so I don't know.
Of course.
Oranges, pineapple.
Oranges are not terrible. Apples are okay. Bananas have a lot of
Potassium.
healthy factors in it. Things like superfoods, kind of like dragon fruit, star fruit. If you want to try something once, you gotta try dragon fruit and star fruit. They're delicious and they're great for your body. So just a little tidbit. I'm trying to get we're trying to get a sponsorship from dragon fruit and star fruit, as you can see.
Hey, I see that. I'm about to go look it up.
Shameless plug.
Come on, you got to do it now. It starts somewhere. How it starts. Starts with just saying, "Hey, how you doing?"
Exactly.
Also, too, summertime anxiety smells, man. People, like it starts to get hot. Some people already try to mask up stuff in the wintertime, which works because it's not as hot. But when it starts to get hot, you can't mask those smells up. You can't. Please. Personal hygiene is important in the summertime. Please, especially if you live in.
I'm trying to find. There's actually a post that this guy on my Facebook posted that's actually directly related to this. Hold on, I'm trying to find him. You can continue. I'll find it eventually.
Yeah, smells are important. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're wearing less clothes, so we start plopping around and doing stuff. The air moves around, and you start. I'm just saying, and don't just make sure it's fresh. I do all natural perfume and cologne. That's something I've been doing, off and on for a while, and I'm getting back into it. So, if you have some questions, hit me up. If you want to get right for your man or your woman, or want your man or woman to get right, hit a brother up. TJ's fragrances, smell good. Everybody deserves to smell good. You feel me? Everybody deserves. It's gotten me to a lot of doors just by smelling good. It gets me a lot of tips just by smelling good.
Oh, I found it. Here you go. So from my Facebook friend my friend on Facebook, he is always king for writing the best fucking one-liner statuses. He goes, "Thou shalt not be musty while thinking thou is cute." And then it goes dot fishes 2-07. I was like, I can't. I was like, that was great. But legit, please make sure your personal hygiene is at top notch. Not for me, but for you. For yourself. You don't want to walk around and have this sexy outfit on and be snatched up and eyebrows popping and then you smell like a fucking garbage can. Like, you don't want that. Or Doritos. Doritos is a very popular human smell. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this shit, but if you open a bag of Doritos and get a whiff real quick, it smells like a fucking funky ass human being. I don't know if anyone. I mean, I love Doritos, but I'm just saying, I don't know what I don't know what their fucking like inspiration
secret
was.
Ingredient is.
That too. I don't know, but like I don't know if they thought about that before they marketed this. But as soon as you open the bag, it smells like fucking humans that haven't bathed in like 40 years. But I love Doritos though. Shout out to Doritos. Right? Shameless plug.
Shout out to Doritos. Smell like dirty bums. Come on, dirty bum ass. Probably that dirty bum that stole fucking his bike, stole Doug's bike.
Oh my God, yes, the crackhead that stole Doug's bike. He smells like Doritos. I bet you.
Uh, some dirty crackhead in North Hollywood stole his bike. They done stole Phil's bike 3 times, y'all. If y'all see somebody stealing Phil's bike, y'all help us out. They done stole his bike 3 times. That's not good.
Too
I don't
funny.
know. I was telling him I hope you didn't lock it up the same way and lock it in the same place. I don't know. In front of the
Right.
security. Yeah, in front the security, y'all. In front, one word. In front the security, he always locks it up and it always gets stolen.
Oh
He's
my
like,
goodness.
did you guys not see this? And then when he has to look at the video, he has to go through 3, 4, 5 protocols just to get a videotape. So it's
Oh
a lot.
my.
More to the story, don't park your bike on North Hollywood. There's crackheads
Exactly.
out there stealing bikes.
Please don't. I love that PSA.
Right,
We
I
are
love
doing a
it.
service to our listeners.
Please. And if you haven't went on our social media and saw the photo that he posted of a crackhead, it's
That was
not.
too much.
It's in my dreams scary. It's so hard. It's horrible. He just looks like you can hear him talking. You don't even. There's no sound, but
They're so
he
sad. You can
looks.
hear him haunting you in your dreams.
You can hear it. It's horrible. Stop. I can see it right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So back to the smells. Important. That means, ladies and gentlemen, keep your body, keep the hygienes together. Look cute, kill them, smell good. We can help with that if you need help. You
Yes,
know,
we got you.
any anxieties that come to your mind when you hear summertime, Courtney? Besides, the
Besides my
weather being
personal
hot.
anxieties,
Right. Besides personal own.
I would say going back to what you were saying about being in, at the hottest parties or, at any of those like jumping events that you just don't seem to be getting invited to. Don't let it bum you out. Make your own fun. Me and my husband have taken it upon ourselves to kind of make our own adventure lately because we just haven't like as you get older and especially as your friends around you get married and start having children, your friend list kind of dwindles a little bit. So we've been to ourselves. So we've been actually doing impromptu trips, going and going to nature on nature walks or to recreational places or on hikes or things places that are scenic. So if you find yourself not having the friendship circle that you used to and you feel like you're not getting out and doing something, make your own adventure. Just think of something, that you might want to see, even if it's by yourself. You will not understand or appreciate how fun it is to be by yourself until you go out and do it. When you are by yourself, you're able to explore in the way you want to. Nothing's holding you back. So even if you're alone, just go out and go and do it. Don't hold yourself back and don't wait for that invite because even if it comes, it may come in vain because people may feel bad or maybe they just want someone to come with them too because they don't want to be alone. Don't be that person. Just go and make your own adventure. Say, I'm sorry, I have plans. Go out and do your own thing. Don't ever feel insecure or uncomfortable or anxiety because you're not doing these things that are posted on Facebook. Most of the time, they're not doing it either. So
Hello.
honestly, like just go and have fun any way you can. Go to the beach. There's inexpensive activities. You don't got to spend a lot of money. You don't got to go through these high-priced events that it seems like everyone's going to because they're really not. Just go out and enjoy yourself the best you can. So that's kind of like the anxieties I know that come to mind besides the heat is especially when I was a little bit younger and it didn't kind of dawn on me like it did now about like, oh, I see all my friends going places. Why wasn't I there? We used to always hang out. Why am I not invited? Just people grow older, people grow apart. There's certain crowds that you may not mix with, and maybe that's why they didn't invite you. Not because they don't want to be around you. If they just know maybe your personalities will clash or things like that. Think of it in the positive and just keep it moving. So that's kind of what I wanted to address.
Amen. Amen to that, Courtney. I'm like, aha. Yeah. Well said. Very
I
well said.
try.
Yeah. Very well said. There was something else I wanted to add to that in regards to, like you said, create your own fun, do what you have to do. Like, I think it's important that I learned, like I said, in Australia, I'm the type of person having a twin sister. I did everything with, I've always done things with
Mhm.
people. But when you live in a place where you know nobody, you're forced to do things on your own.
Yep.
And I had to go to movies by myself. I had to go to dinner by myself. I had to cook and do like really find me time by myself. And it really changed me. It taught me, to see things differently. Like you said, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to fit into no box. You don't have to do none of that. You can do anything you want to do. And what I want to say was this: to start, if you don't know where to start, there's Meetup.com and there's other websites like that out there. Whatever you have an interest in, there's somebody who has the same interest you have. Whether it's chess,
Exactly.
movies, trivia, whatever it may be. Start with what you like and what your interests and your hobbies are. Because if you connect with if you like, playing chess and somebody else likes playing chess and you go to a place to where they meet up and play chess. Guess what? You just met all these people that like to do what you like to do.
Yeah,
So now
exactly.
that you met all these people that like to do, now you can begin to form friends from that. I'm meeting friends, doing the things that I like to do, and so now you already have that interest. Or if it's something you like to do and you've never done it, hey, I want to play tennis, but I don't know how. Go,
Mhm.
go to a local community tennis place and learn, get some lessons, and go from there. And then go to a tennis meetup. It's like there's so many ways to meet people, but we don't utilize those things because of social media. Like we got to get out. We gotta get out of the off the phone and in people's faces, y'all. We got to get more and more personal.
And you
It's,
know
it's
what,
just it's so
Troy?
it's so. Mm,
To add to that though,
go ahead,
because
Point.
you're saying, we have to, I feel like we have to get off of the cell phone and get on the actual landline again. Like I miss having a phone call. Like I miss like being able to talk to people. Like if there's nothing else to do, when in doubt, call somebody, strike up a conversation, say, hey, we haven't talked in a while. Like, I miss
That's
that
true.
too. Like social media has taken away all of those communications, talking on the phone.
Because all
Texting has
people
taken it
do.
away.
Yep,
Like,
yep,
it's
yep.
sad.
I'd rather
Like,
text than talk.
yeah,
Rather text than
and
talk.
maybe striking up that conversation via a phone call will loosen you up a little bit, and then maybe you can meet people in person. A lot of the times people don't go out and do these things is because, yes, they may be on social media all the time, but also they may not be a social person to begin with. So being online all the time isn't going to help. That's just going to make you more reclusive and more isolated. Do your best by making tiny steps, like making a phone call or going out to a coffee shop and sitting next to someone and striking up a conversation. Then, if you get
Yep.
the confidence up, then you can start meeting people at go on meetup.com or trying to be more social. But it takes baby steps, and I think that's kind of where people feel pressures. They think they got to go on a date right away, or they got to go to this event right away, and then they panic and they don't do it, and then it's just a never-ending cycle. Do baby steps. That's what helps anybody who's either socially awkward or uncomfortable around people, or maybe just needs to get back out there. Used to be the life of the party, but doesn't know how to do it anymore. So baby steps, baby steps. That's my advice.
Listen, baby steps are a great way to start, y'all. They steps after baby steps. It says steps right after, right?
Yep.
That's how it's literally. It has to start with that. You got to take the first step. You can't be afraid. Like this is the year. I've been telling the people that are close to me around. This is the year of whatever you want to do. It will happen this year. It can start. You got to take the start. Businesses don't grow overnight. You got to put your foot down and start. You got to make that first cake. Write that first page of that book. Whatever
Yep.
you need to take that first class. Like, come on, wake up. You can't expect it to come to you.
Exactly.
Stop thinking you're gonna be a reality star or you can hit the lotto. Because that's what people think. Oh, I'm gonna be
Yep.
on reality TV or I'm gonna hit the lotto. Like, come on, really?
Stop
The odds of
waiting
hitting
for
the lotto.
things and make your own success, make your own adventure, make it happen, make something happen. And it'll just make it more easy for you to accomplish things when you realize, hey, I did this shit out of nowhere. I can do everything else I'm planning on doing. I can make my own reality. So just get out there. I feel very attached to this topic because, one, I do this to myself every year, especially in the summertime, because the fact, one, I don't like the heat. Two, people are growing apart, and I'm like, oh my god, nobody wants to be around me, blah blah blah. But as I get older and I get more mature, I realize, I start cherishing my alone time, and then I realize I've been doing that too much. So I need to start, getting back out there and being more social. I'm literally a bunch of fun, and I want, as soon as I go, I never stop. So like me and my husband have, like, we went to, I think I went me and him went out somewhere like a couple months ago, and we've been nonstop since then, just going out and going out because I needed to get back into it. And it's been years since he's kind of been like, social and kind of like spontaneous too. So just like I said, take that step, and like you said, just start, just do it. You'll regret it
Listen,
later.
if we don't start somewhere, you'll be sitting and waiting. Years will go by, you'll still be sitting in the same place. Like, dang, I could have been me. Had I just did this 4 years ago. Don't be that person. You don't want to be that one. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you take advantage of every opportunity you have because life is not promised to nobody.
Exactly.
Tomorrow's not promised to no one. And then tomorrow, you don't want to be wishing like, dang, I feel like I have more life. I still have more things to do. I feel like I still got. You don't want that to be you because that
Yep.
feeling's not good. That what
Regret
if feeling, that all that
sucks.
regret sucks. Yeah. Don't be that person. Yeah, like know yourself first. And knowing yourself and your worth, it allow you to be able to say, hey, I only to be around these people that don't deserve my time because my time is of the essence. They don't deserve it, so I'm not going to be around them. Or they're doing things that don't. It's not going to help me to prosper and better grow as a person or in my life. So I'm not trying to be down doing those things. Like those are
Hmm.
also things you have to look into because it's easy to get sidetracked and caught up in other people's BS. It's easy. You don't want to
Yeah,
be that person. Like don't be that person. Don't
I
get caught
agree.
up in the BS.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. Um, but as far as what made you yourself, because I feel like the topics that you bring to the table are things that have been on your mind. So what made you want to address, anxieties in the summertime? Do you have some of your own, personal ones, or was this something that you see people around you struggle with?
It's a couple different things. So most of the time, I like to talk to people a lot and to see what people's heads are and see what they have going on. And then also to partially tie into with my own as well. So on my end, summertime's coming, and every time the summertime's getting here, you're always around people, and all you hear is, "Oh, you're not gonna get my body right. I gotta do this. I gotta do that."
Mhm.
And being someone who now has a band, who I didn't have a band last summer, so now I have a band. And so I'm thinking about all these like the summertime's coming, people outside. There's so
Yep.
many venues looking for people. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to try to book some more gigs and do more things in the summertime. So I'm like, a little bit anxiety, like, oh gosh, all of this stuff. And then,
Mhm.
my daughter's walking now, and running around now and doing
Oh
things.
my
So now it's
goodness, so you could do so much.
right. So summertime, so it's fun. I'm going to be able to, I took her to the beach and stuff during the summertime last year. Now we can actually like, she talks or interacts with me so we can, do things. Like I'm looking forward to doing things with my daughter. Um,
Oh, I'm so excited.
yeah, come on, summertime.
Yay.
Running around chasing a kid, losing weight. That's what happens, you see. So I'm excited about what the summer has to bring. It's also anxiety because there's so much stuff that goes into it. It's not just, for me, it's not just weight. It's all of those things, amazing things.
Yeah.
Because every day is a new day.
Yeah, and
Every day
that's
is a
what I
new
love
day, and
about this is because like this particular show on our network because we're able to bring things that we're going through currently in our lives and kind of just like put it out there so that people feel like, "Oh, I'm not alone. I feel the same way too." And they're giving me ideas of how to get out of this mood, get out of this rut. So, that's why I knew this had to be something that you either see a lot or you're dealing with cuz that's kind of how we operate, right?
yeah, especially like even now because a lot of my coworkers now do podcasts.
Mhm.
They don't do the podcast. They'll come up to me and they start talking about stuff. Like I have all kinds of conversations at work. Actually a lot of like sexual conversations with women.
Mhm.
Um, because it's like they want to know about certain things and they talk about certain things. I'm like I didn't know women think like that. I ain't know women think that. I ain't know women.
All
So
the
it's like
time. And my
so I'm
husband
learning a
can't
lot.
stand it. He's like, "Why are you telling people how big my dick is? Why are you telling?"
Oh,
I'm like, "Because these are my girls. Like, they need to know these things. Like, we always talk. I'm a very open person, so as soon as you ask me questions, I'm gonna tell you the answer." So, yeah, we
most
talk about.
definitely.
Females love to talk about sex and talk about different
Didn't know that.
aspects of relationships and stuff. Oh my God, it's like probably one of my favorite topics.
I didn't even know women watch porn like that. I
Yep.
didn't even know
Oh,
that.
we have a comment from Daquan Carter. He says,
Come on, Daquan.
coming through, he says, it's very awkward when you have a party and invite separate groups of friends and they click up and both sides pull you to hang with them. And the other side gets jealous. I've had that happen before. It's so awkward. I
Speak your
was the queen
truth.
of parties, so I definitely ran into this where I invited like two separate groups of like previous coworkers, like like one of the job that like a group of people from the job I was working at, and then a group of people from the job I previously worked at. So like they're all kind of separate, and they both want my attention or someone else's attention, and they're like, oh man. I got invited here and I can't even hang out with the person I really know here. So
Right.
it's really awkward.
Yeah, it definitely is. But you know what I say to that? Because that's 100% the truth. Do like I did. A couple of New Year's ago, my best friend invited me to his family's one of his father's house for New Year's Eve kickback.
Mhm.
And I had never been to his father's house. Was super happy to go because it's like like my second dad. And finally going to the house really felt special. But anyway,
Mhm.
he had there were people there that his friends, so his dad's friends, all mostly older crowd or local, the people that live in the neighborhood that he knows, and then there was all my best friends on the other side of the house. So I'm like, hold
Mhm.
up, this is New Year's Eve. It's a party. youngsters over here, the older crowd, or family oriented crowd over there. I'm like, listen, this New Year's Eve, cut it out. And I just took the whole party over and started
Mhm.
emceeing with no microphone and turned the party up, turned all the way up. It was amazing. Like we had such a great time. We still talk about that. That was years ago. Um, yeah, forget it. So what? They over there, you over here. Hey, how y'all doing, friends?
Right.
What's up, y'all? It's a party. Like, and I'm just shout like, hey, like we're at a party and y'all all segregated, like we're in the cafeteria in the lunchroom. What's going on? And so I just shout shit out, and I be like, I'll just be real. Like people don't like it, but it is what it is. Like they
Yeah,
need to
I'm
get
the
to know
type
each
of
other.
person like I spread myself thin and I make sure that I'm like making sure everyone feels, especially if I invited someone to a party, like a group of people. I want to make sure everyone feels like approached and appreciated that they showed up, and I give my time to every last person and then I start chilling out. That's how I kind of approach it.
She's like, I gave everybody 10 minutes. Y'all had time now. Leave me
Exactly.
alone.
Exactly.
So
Now
how do
I'm
you
gonna go
do with
turn up.
having parties? Since you say you're a party girl, having parties, and
Mhm.
like for instance, friends, some friends don't fuck with other friends, and having like that has nothing to do with you. So like inviting people who don't like each other, but at the same party, like how does that work for you as a party planner?
Wait, okay. So wait, explain it again? I'm sorry. I got lost
So
in the
you
middle.
have to invite someone
Mhm.
who's having issues with somebody else who you don't have issues with, but they do.
Okay.
So now you have to
Gotcha.
invite people who have issues with each other and have them in the same place, because it has something to do with you, like or having to choose who to invite and that kind of thing. How does that usually work out on your end? Like from what do you have
You
to say
know
about
what?
that?
For me, I know it's gonna sound really bad, but when I know there's that kind of issue, I usually invite the one I like the most, and I don't invite the other one because I just I don't like I love like confrontation with people I don't fucking know, but like as far as it's like when it's at my own home, they're in my house trying to have a good time, and then they end up feeling uncomfortable because so and so is there, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. I'd rather not make the effort to invite someone and have them not know, or have them say, hey, I heard you were having a party, is there any room for me? And then I'll say, well, so and so is coming. Then it's not my fault. You know what I mean? So if they still show up, it is what it is.
Right.
But I'd rather just invite one person and just have there be peace than invite them both knowing that shit might pop off. Like that's just been my process because I've always been like the whole ratio type of person too. Like I know I have to have enough girls to guys. I'm like when it comes to parties, I'm literally there's a science to this shit. So I try to do everything to avoid confrontation, to avoid drama, and also to maximize people having a good time. So like that's definitely a no-no to me. I just pick one. To be honest, and I hate being that way, but I have to.
Listen, I mean, to each his own. I'm the type of thing I'll be like, look, you coming to my party and you coming to my party because I fucks with all of y'all. But no, you gonna be in my house and I ain't trying to hear it. If y'all niggas got a
Yep.
beef, take that shit offside. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, I'm not gonna choose. I'll choose neither one of you if you make me choose. How about
Right.
that? Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna waste my time. We're
Mhm.
adults and we're old enough to make decisions. I don't have grudges. I don't have issues with nobody because I'm man enough to have a conversation and move on. Life goes on. So I'm not about to sit
Exactly.
here and play who pick and choose. No, bitch, I'm not playing pick and choose because y'all need to figure it out. Y'all both invited, or neither one of you invited, but y'all can have it either way. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm not gonna sit here and be worrying about my shit getting towed up because y'all can't be adults.
That's
No.
a very diplomatic way to go about it, but I just can't. I don't know. It's always I'm a broken record. So literally that's I how I operate is always how I operate. So I can't switch it up. But I haven't had a party in like maybe 4 years, like a party, like booze, people fucking in the corner, shit like that. I haven't had one
Oh,
of those in a
what
long
kind of
time.
party you got? That's a party. Huh? That's a old school party.
I haven't had those in a long time, but like my family parties, like whoever, like I have family that doesn't get along, but I invite them all just because it's my family and I know how to like calm them down, or I know they wouldn't
They're
start
probably
shit in
scared of
my
your
own
crazy
house,
ass.
right?
They're probably scared of your crazy ass. Like, oh
Exactly.
hell no,
It's
my fucking
so
corner.
so we're good. But oh yeah, so Daquan, we have another comment from Daquan. He goes, "I think women talk more about sex than men." Low key, low key, you are absolutely right because
Y'all
I feel
nasty.
like that, and I feel like men are just more prudes, and I say that with the utmost respect because y'all respect your shit. Why talk about it? I get it, but for women, especially when we have pride, like when we have like a good man or something, or when we're getting it good, we get digged down right or something. Like we
I
want to talk about
want you to
it.
know what's up.
But guys, on the other hand, they don't want people to know how good they're getting it because they don't want somebody to come after their girl, or they don't, they don't want anyone to be next in line. So like they're
Hello.
a little bit back off about what they got. They'll like have you on their arm, but they're not gonna tell them what they're getting from them or like how fat her booty is without clothes on. Like this is not how it
No,
goes.
no. Because then it's like, no, I don't want you thinking about it, picturing it,
Exactly.
imagining it, none of that.
Exactly. And then
No.
when that girl walks by, when you're chilling with your fucking dudes, you're
We'll
thinking
be
he
thinking
might be
about how,
undressing
right.
her with his eyes, like.
Oh, yeah, because, when she naked, she do this thing and her booty just be clapping.
Right.
That's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to think about. Damn, you did tell me the other day
Exactly.
with your old nasty. Because a lot of guys either ain't getting none or lying.
Yep.
That's true. Let's be real. And you know what?
Exactly.
I can say this. I speak to enough women lately, especially since I've had the podcast, to know that men, these ladies out here lying when it comes to y'all dick game. They lying. I done get hurt from a lot of women that niggas don't know what they doing out in these streets. And they out here, just going with the flow to keep it moving to get what they want from a nigga. And they out here they out here taking that whack dick and talking shit about it. I'm telling y'all, they out here
Exactly.
talking about your ass. So be cautious. From another brother to another brother, be cautious. Because these women's out here, I'm not saying women can't talk, but I'm saying, I'm telling them because that's legit. That means women, I'm trying to help y'all out, tell these bros to step their game up. Because, some of them are falling short. And, their heads is big and they think they got it like that and they don't. Johnny, you need to go back and work on your stroke a little bit before you walk around here with that chip on your shoulder. You feel me? Like a lot of dudes walk by thinking they got it and they don't. And these women is putting it out there on the low,
Yep.
like, yo, yeah, no, he don't know what he doing. I'm like,
Right.
dang, can't say that shit about me. That's one thing I
Right.
know. You can you can look at my sex facts history, and one thing you can't say, if they've experienced it all, you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's
we
all I can say.
talk, and so Daquan is absolutely true. Sadly, I can't read any more fucking comments because my fur child stepped on the keyboard and turned my fucking desktop sideways. So just letting everybody know.
So you don't even know how at this point because now you got to look sideways at your screen.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it. But thank you so much, Saquon. I appreciate we always appreciate your comments. It keeps the conversation rolling. We know someone's listening to us.
Yes, we know someone's listening outside of what Spreaker tells us. How many people are
Exactly.
listening?
Right? Spreaker and Blog Talk and
Yeah,
RSS. We don't hear from any of these people. We hear from the
but
people
we
that
know
are
you're
in the
listening.
chat. Exactly.
We know
Exactly. We
you're
know you're
listening. That
listening.
means a lot.
But
Yes.
but we also would appreciate to hear from you guys. We love shouting people out. We love having
Yes.
conversation flow. So please, if you're out there and you're listening, please get on Spreaker, make a little account, put your little pretty little face there, and just chat with us. We enjoy it. But we do
Listen.
appreciate every last one of you.
Yes, we do. Well, that's definitely something like ultimately, maybe we could just do a segment where we just take questions and answer questions and, do it that way. Like I would love, to do something like that because I feel like it's important for people to really feel like someone's listening to them.
Exactly.
I don't know. I thought about doing it on Facebook Live. Just, answering any questions people may have, typing in and things like that. Just because sometimes people don't know who to talk to or what to say. And Free Yourself is here, but they're still not comfortable enough to free themselves. You can send us an email, a DM. You can call and use a fake name. Nobody got to know who you are.
Yep.
There's Shaniqua from Washington. We want to know who Shaniqua from Washington is. But hey, you
Yep.
Shaniqua from Washington today. You don't
Right?
have to disclose your personal information in regards to who you are. But I feel like it's important because somebody else is out there is going through some things that you're going through too. And, your voice is going to
Be the
free
voice
somebody
for
else.
that person. Yep.
Yes, be the voice. And that's the reason why we're here. This is why we do what we do, to be a voice for someone else who may not be able to be a voice. So for me, for themselves. So I think that that's important. Like, we're here for you. This is what Free Yourself is about. This was a dream in Courtney's head, and now look at it. You feel me? Like, we're doing this. This is a dream and, of minds, and we're doing it, So we definitely want to utilize the platform we have to, put everybody out there that wants that has something to say. We support you, and if we say something, I'm sorry, Courtney, bringing it back to Wednesday. If we say something that is offensive to you,
Yes.
or something that you don't quite understand, it's okay. We're human beings. You can see that. Don't go on Facebook or Instagram or any other social media site and try to slander our name without getting clarity.
Exactly.
It's never okay to slander someone's name without letting them defend themselves. And going back and forth on social media is not going to help. That's why there's a phone, and that's why there's podcasts. That's why there's so many different things out there to help you be able to understand. Because we are here for everyone.
Yep.
Everyone in the South, if you need me to say everyone. We're here for everyone, okay? Like everybody. So there's no exclusivity here. We include everyone.
Yeah.
So if you feel like something we said or done has affected you in a way that you don't quite agree with, it's fine. Let's agree to disagree, but don't talk bad about me.
Yep.
I'm just
Let
doing
us
what I love,
know.
and you don't know how that affects people. You don't know how that can really, that can stop someone's dream and say, I don't want to do this. They probably can't handle that.
Mm-hmm.
All for what? Because of your own personal things that you got going on that you couldn't handle, and be man or woman enough about to handle on your own. You got to bring it to somebody else. Like, come on. We understand that being in the public eye, podcast, Instagram, or whatever, everybody, all of y'all that's on Instagram, you're in the public eye, no matter who you are. If you're on any social media site, you're in the public eye. So people can say what they want and view your stuff and, respond and say, so that's, it is what it is. So just remember
Very
that.
well said.
The same way that you're on social media and you're out there and you have a page, we do too. And so does everyone involved. So it's a two-way street, baby. Like, don't come over here trying to bash nobody. Like, I think that it's as hard as it is trying to come up in a game where you have all these other people against you as it is. How many other podcasts there is? How many other artists there is? How many other, MCs, event planners, whatever it may be? How many others out there that you got to compete with all the time? Mm-hmm. So you don't need that added negativity. Like, I see Cardi B all the time going off on people about what they be saying. Because y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just be running your mouth. Y'all don't know nothing. And then y'all want to talk shit about shit y'all don't know nothing about. But I just don't have the energy to entertain it. That's my only thing. Like, hey, while you still talking shit, we still over here making it happen. So either, do what you need to do to make your shit happen, because you can use that energy towards yourself and it's wasted energy. Because if I'm not paying any mind, if I'm not giving you any energy towards it, then you're wasting your time. And I'm not going to give you energy towards it. It ain't worth it. Because that's energy you can put towards something else, help get that check, get that bag, worried about something somebody else said or done.
See, Troy, this is why I love you, because you could be my voice right now when I have to legally stay hush-hush so I don't get murdered.
Listen, I felt it. It was something that, we're still waiting the verdicts out there. We're trying to, some things went down, and we're just trying to really get to the bottom of it because, we value what we do, and this is our livelihood, and you don't play those games. Especially people got kids and stuff. We got families. We got things we have to do. And this is going to help us to build a better future for our families. We don't come over here talking smack and don't expect no repercussions. Like,
for real. And that's
because it's
100%.
easy to hide behind a keyboard and be a bully. A lot of people talk a lot of shit, and then when you in their face, they don't say nothing. Like, listen, I'm not a fighter, but don't make me. Because I'm, like Medea said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Okay? Like, I'm not trying to go there. I'm not that person, but I'm very passionate about something. When I'm very passionate, you will know it. And it is what it is. But I don't like to fight. I haven't had a fight since I was 12. And I'm 31. So at that end of the day, I don't devote my energy to that. So if I have to even go there, it's gonna be a problem, and that's why I like.
You have restraint, Troy. See, as I get older, I've grown to have a little less of a temper, but I've been known to cut people. So me being quiet.
You must be Boricua, baby, because
Boricua,
we'll cut you real quick.
Like, listen, me being like hush hush is new for me. I'm only doing this because my husband will kill me if I talk about it prematurely. So he told me, he warned me. He's like, we don't need anybody coming to the house, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just keeping tame.
He told you in advance, keep it down, Courtney. We don't want nobody else stop trying to break the windows out the car, okay?
Exactly. So, I'm trying my best right now.
Gotcha. It's all love. Listen, I'm very chill. But if you see me out of whack, then you know some shit is going down. And you know. Because I don't get out of character. Like, I don't know people. Only people that put me out of character, people that I care about. People I love and care about, they can make me go 0 to 100 real quick. Yep. But in the street, I'm not wasting my time. First of all, you don't know what these jokers out here. They don't have no guards for life. They don't care about tomorrow. They'll kill you real fast. Ain't nobody got time. Stepped on my shoe, bumped into me, looked at me too hard. Like, ain't nobody got time. Nobody. I got things to do. Ain't nobody got time. Exactly. You keep all that negativity. You got
it moving. But right now, we're not going to keep it moving because we still got business to take care of. But eventually, we're going to let it down. We're going to let it die, and we're going to keep it moving. But right now, we got shit to take care of.
Yeah. We still got to make sure we get some answers. Yeah. I get it. I'm making sure we get these answers. I get it. It's only right. Like I said, And it goes with anybody. Like, you want to make sure you can defend yourself. You feel me? Like, you don't want nobody to be able to tell you what you can and can't do, or what you this, and that. It's not right. It's not right. Like I said on Wednesday, how do you invite someone to your house, and then they come in your house, drink your water, your tea, eat your food, and then go outside and throw dirt on it?
Exactly. It's fucked up.
I
And we'll
can
get
see it to
answers.
somebody that don't know you. Oh, we will get them. We'll get answers, or we'll give the answers, because there's no, we're giving you a chance to say what you have to say. Like,
I know
answers,
they hear us.
but
I know they hear us. I know they're listening.
Everyone deserves a chance. I hope they are listening.
They're listening with intent.
We're not mean, we're not cruel, which is real.
Yep.
It's real. We're just real, y'all. It is what it is. Like, for so many years of my life, I let people run over me and do things to me, tell me this and that. Even in the store, they'll chip you out of 25 cents. Nigga, that's my 25 cents. That 25 cents is gonna buy some milk or gonna buy something else needed later. Give me my money. I don't care if it's 25 cents. That's my 25. His 25. Her 25. And his 25. That's made $1.
Yep. Like, I hate being nickel and dimed. Yo, that shit can get you killed in the streets, man.
What'd you say?
I said I hate being nickel and dimed. That shit can get you killed in the streets. Like, if people are like, the bodega, not even the bodegas aren't that bad. It's like the little, like, 7-Elevens and the quick checks and shit, they're quick to take your change. Like, they're quick to keep your change. Like, you're stupid. That shit, I swear to God, that will get somebody fucking shanked.
Listen, first of all, I'm not in a restaurant. You didn't serve me. I just rang up something I wanted. So that being said, I want all my money. All 35 cents, all 25 cents, all 2 cents. I want it all. It's mine. Yep. I don't care how much it is. It's my money and I want it. Because I want to put that in the penny bank and let it add up because it's mine. I want to watch it and this penny bank add up because it's mine. Exactly. It's real tough, You gotta be cautious. They'll jip you out of your little change. And everything going up and everything's more now expensive now.
There's snakes in these streets, guys.
There's a whole bunch of snakes in these streets. Raising the minimum wage, thinking we're fighting for our rights to minimum wage, and they're trying to get rid of us.
Right.
So they can, pay us less. Come on, so they're gonna pay more but have less people and make you work harder. Come on. That's why you got to be like Courtney. You got to be a boss and have your own business. Yes. Because in 2018, they out here trying to get you. Okay.
Don't work for the man. The man is working against you. That's all I have to say.
Be the man. Be the man. Be the man. Okay. Be there. So, Courtney, in closing out, anything else on any more chat? Anybody else in the chat room? Anything else in closing before we head on out of here? I can't see the chat because Toby has fucked up the rest of my swag here. Thanks, buddy. But I guess in leaving, I'm going to leave people with just, if you want to accomplish something this summer, it doesn't matter, if you don't have a beach body, you have a beach body. Everybody has a body. You got a body, you could take it to the beach. It's a motherfucking beach body. Enjoy yourself. Put on bathing suit and enjoy yourself. Don't worry about what anyone's image of the perfect body for summertime is, because none of us fucking look like that. Nobody does. That's Photoshop. Just fucking don't care. Enjoy it. Like, I go out on the beach. I got all my rolls and my stretch marks and some cellulite, like they call. I got all that shit, and I still enjoy myself. Just be who you are, because there's someone out there that's gonna see you for the beauty that you are, or for the hunk that you are. Because a lot of people don't realize guys have the same amount of insecurities about looking good on the beach, or looking, having the perfect body, having the perfect, anything. Guys go through this exact same thing. So if you're a guy or a girl, just go out there and have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry. You're fly, and somebody else is going to see you for it as well. So that's what I wanted to leave people with. And just do something. Have a good time. Don't be me. Don't stay inside all summer. You will learn to regret it. Definitely won't. Yeah. Thanks, Corey. Man, it's always a pleasure to because we never know exactly how it's going to go, because we give our heart and our all, and next thing you know, we come out with this beautiful, amazing thing. We're like, wow, look at us. We did it.
Look at us. We could be professors.
We definitely could. Professors of knowledge.
There you go.
Maybe that's street knowledge or something. I don't know.
Of culture.
Yeah, of the culture. Savage culture. You know how we do. Come on.
That's gonna be a
Um,
new fucking curriculum.
new curriculum, Savage Culture 101. Oh
Yep.
yeah. Um, and in closing, I will say, summertime's coming soon. Are you ready? And all that we just gave you, we dropped some knowledge, some tools, some information, some things to help prepare, things to look out for. We dropped a lot of different things on you. So summertime is coming. Are you ready? You are ready. You was already ready because summer coming, whether you're ready or not. So how about that? So, don't spend time or energy, too much of it anyway, focusing on, setting a goal to something for the summer and then not really happen. And you just make sure that you have balance. Balance is key because
Yes.
being balanced and being stress free keeps you young, baby. Smiling and positivity
Mhm.
keeps you young. Come on, y'all. Come on. There's no big secret to staying young. It's all about being stress free. Giving yourself, exercise and moving your body and just being honest, genuine, real, and true. Real talk.
Exactly. Love
2018, y'all.
yourself.
2018. Love yourself. Love yourself. Whoop, whoop. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So that today is Free Yourself Saturdays with Troy Weeks Music.
Did you
Until next week.
forget?
Until next time. I did. I was like, wait, what show is it?
I
It's
always
Wednesday,
do
not
that.
Saturday.
I always do that for Carlos and our show. I always forget, and I'll say like Savage Media Radio or something.
Right. Hello?
It's all good. Too many
Yes,
shows,
almost
guys.
forgot. Free Yourself Saturdays with Troy Weeks Music, ladies and gentlemen, along with my co-host, Miss Coco Blue. We love what we do, and next week we'll be here, same time, same place. Until then, we keep it savage.
Stay
Stay savage, ladies and gentlemen.
savage.
Whoop, whoop. Until next week, y'all. See you then.